G'day football fans and welcome back to episode 15 and season 2 of our Wolves career mode here on Dylan OntheBall. My name's Dylan and today, as you see here, we will be taking on Manchester United in the Community Shield. We won the FA Cup, they won the Premier League, and today we'll be taking our talents back to Wembley where we've had 2 games, 2 wins. So, bodes well for today, I guess. Before we do get to that one, I don't have highlights to take you through, but I do have some transfers, so let's get through to those. So the first signing we made was Licensor from Watford. I did speak about having a bit of a scrounge around the relegated sides, which were Watford, Norwich and Brentford from memory. I probably should have written that down or something. The one player I came out of that with is this man on your screen here, Licensor. He will be playing on the left wing for us. I am changing that position. So he's taken the place of Huang, who we haven't brought back in, unfortunately. They just wanted an exorbitant fee, basically. And I was, as much as I loved him, as much as I loved saying Huang goes bang, I just couldn't bring myself to do it when I could get an option like Licensor for such a decent fee. So it will be him and Daniel Podence on the left, rotating through as the season goes on. Our second signing of the summer was Gedson Fernandez? I'm not sure how to say that. I reckon I'm going to have to look that one up. I was fine saying, like if you've watched the Crystal Palace German Lewandowski regen, you will have seen me pronouncing Gertrude wrong and just being fine with it, but I think this time I'm not too fond of it. The thoughts behind this signing was we had lost Ciao, who was 35, his contract had run out, and we just needed to replace him in that midfield with another sort of workman-like midfield general, I suppose, where we had Ruben Neves, Barkley, Tyler Roberts and Ciao. Gedson Fernandez has sort of been a good swap in for Moutinho. I think he's got just incredible physical attributes for a centre mid, and at 23 represents a good move for the future as well. I think I also got him for quite a good fee. He was on his last year of his deal at Benfica, so I was able to get a good deal there, and I guess it brings a sense of realism with us having won a trophy, made the Champions League, and him being on the last year of his contract. It isn't too far-fetched for a quality player like this fella, doing as well as he is at Benfica, making the move across, adding to the Wolves treasure trove of Portuguese players. And on the note of Portuguese players, that takes us to our next signing, which was Francisco Trinh Ciao. He is back. We got him. I was a bit not fond of having Adama Traore back at the club. I just don't think it fits in with the realism and the sort of model that the season's gone on, I guess, with us starting around the time that the January transfers wrapped up. I just thought it made a bit more sense to get rid of him, and Barcelona were happy to take Traore back, this time on a permanent move, and we've got Trinh Ciao in on a permanent move as well. He wasn't as good as Huang possibly was last year, but I guess we'll take that with having brought in Licensor and Trinh Ciao, having lost Loney in Huang and Adama Traore. On top of that, we didn't end up paying too much more than about 20 million for the pair of them, so I'm not mad there. Our fourth signing of this window brought in a change to a backup player from last year who probably didn't get enough credit for how well he did play. He didn't end up playing too much games. That was Tyler Roberts, and we've replaced him with Michael Olise. I absolutely rate this fella. If you are watching what Crystal Palace are doing this season under Patrick Vieira, the way that Michael Olise is playing, the way that they are getting the team to play as a whole is absolutely incredible, and Michael Olise, along with Conor Gallagher, really have been, for me, the standouts. Michael Olise, just sort of with the way that we're running our midfield, he's more of the mould of the Barkley, and then we've got the Neves and Gedson Fernandez on the other side. So another player that's good on the ball, good dribbler, who can bring it through our midfield, and hopefully just give us that, I guess, extra attacking impetus where our wingers might be struggling, that sort of thing, or we're just struggling to break teams down, basically. He'd be just one of those players that will make a difference. He's also only just the 20 years old, 76 overall. I think he represents a decent prospect as well. We did a bit of a swap deal with them, so we gave them Tyler Roberts, and I think it was probably less than 10 million on top of that. It was like 7 or 8 million or something, and Tyler Roberts. I think it's a decent upgrade for what is 2 overall better and younger, and possibly with a higher potential on him. But I mean, on the face of it, really what happened was I just really rate watching this guy in real life and wanted to play with him on FIFA, so sue me, I don't know. We then made just the one more signing, and that is William Saleeba. We were able to get him fairly cheaply. I think we paid less than the 31 million that they're quoting on the screen here. I think he, like Elise, represents a great potential option. He's also just as good as Bolly and Kilman overall, I believe. Sace, I think, is one overall more, and Connor Cody one more on top of that. It does leave us with 5 centre-backs at the moment, but I have a feeling that either by the end of this transfer window, we'll have lost either Sace or Willy Bolly. If we don't, both Bolly and Sace are on 1-year deals, so we were going to lose both of them at some stage. We've just sort of, I guess in terms of planning for the future, we've stepped in now and got William Saleeba rather than waiting until after, and he could have been, you know, with the potential I'm sure he has. I haven't looked, I don't know. I'm sure he has good potential. He's 21, he's 79 overall, he's the Eiffel Tower at the back there. 6'4" French defender. I think he's going to be one for the future for us. So I'm not mad at having 5 centre backs. It probably just means that one of them's going to drop out and not play much. I'm not sure who that'll be. Probably based on performance or based on who's slowest. Knowing FIFA, it'll probably be who's slowest. The only other squad change of note is Ruben Vinagre. Oh, that's going to be another one I need to look up. He is back from his loan at Sporting Club Portugal, or Sporting Lisbon, however you like to call them. We let Marcel's contract expire. He was getting on. He was not the most athletic or exciting. So now in rotation with Ait Nouri at left back will now be Ruben Vinagre. I'm going to say Vinagre because I think it sounds a little bit like Viagra, and I think that's funny. I left him till last just because it's not really a signing. It's more just like a squad progression, I guess, because it was probably always Marcel will most likely, or if Ait Nouri didn't work out, but he has. But anyway, let us get to this Community Shield. So the lineups for this big one with an Australian referee, I've just noticed, which is just great to see. For our Wolves will be Jose Sarr, Semedo, Cody, Kilman, Ait Nouri, a midfield of Dendoncker, Neves and Barkley, a front three of Jimenez, Pedro Neto and new signing Ismail Assar. No room in the starting lineup for 4 of our 5 signings, but Fernandez, Elise and Saleeba are all on the bench, so may see an introduction for those 3. As for Manchester United, very strong lineup and reintroduction of Donny van de Beek. Lineup as a whole is De Gea, Diogo, Dalot, Varane, Lindelof, Tellez, midfield of Ndidi, Van de Beek and Fernandez, and a front 3 of Thorgan Hazard, Cristiano Ronaldo and Eduardo Salvio. A very strong side and one that definitely had our beating last season. Hopefully we can turn that around and get out of here with our second bit of silverware as Wolves manager and on YouTube basically, so that would be nice to see, wouldn't it? Would not be mad. Let's see how we go. As the players walk out past the Community Shield trophy, I'll just remind you to please leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new around here if you're enjoying the videos, comment down below any other signings you might make for the side, any ins or outs you might recommend. We do have another month left of the transfer window and I think about £80 million left over. I didn't want to go too crazy with it, but you might think that might make this series a bit more exciting, and I'm all for that. And we're underway. Cristiano Ronaldo, another year older, still starting for Manchester United and sprinting in there, hoping we can maybe take advantage of him, hopefully, for our sake, having dropped overall somewhat, and hopefully we can also take advantage of a new player on the left wing who's on the ball here and able to swing it across to no one. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure we'll have many more crosses for our side and many more successful ones. Oh, we've won the ball high up there. And, first shot of the game. First shot of the game goes to us. A save has had to be made and it's only 5 minutes in. I'll take that. I think we played United twice last season and we lost, was it 4-0 on the opening day? And then, oh, we might be in here. I've just been dribbling and walked around them, and it's Pedro Neto. It's 1-0. That was the simplest of simple goals. There was no great passing move. There was no trickery. I just sort of was dribbling around. No one wanted to stop Pedro Neto. And then I've fired one beyond De Gea into the far netting. Neves probably technically in an offside position, but, you know, with all that FIFA takes away from me, I will probably take it giving me that. I was just saying that they beat us both times, I think. I think it was like a 4-0 the first time around. I remember that one. From memory, anyway. The second go, I'm sure I titled the episode something about trying to get revenge on Ronaldo. And they won. So there was no revenge had, so maybe this is the revenge, hopefully. Though he's on the ball here, coming forward. And as soon as Ronaldo gets in the box, that's usually bad news. But oh dear. Yes, we've got away from that one, sort of. Though they've won the ball back quite easily. I think it was Pedro Neto there, very much on his heels. Oh, that was a good turn by Ronaldo, and he's through, and that means goal. Well, lasted just about as long as we could make it, really, didn't we? Just too good when they come forward. It was Ronaldo turning, I think that was Connor Cody, and then Ross Barkley couldn't quite keep up with him, got out-muscled quite easily, and then the great man with a great finish in off the post. Look, along with that goal, I want to apologise if I'm a bit loud this time. I have tucked into the beers a little bit this evening, and gotta tell ya, not stopping. Definitely not stopping them right now. We've got Pedro Neto in a decent position, but didn't really see anything on there, so I've come back and had a hit with Dendoncker that doesn't go to plan. I think every time he's in that sort of pocket with an open, what will you call it, channel in front of him to goal, I just think of that one goal. I remember Everton maybe, whoever it was against, and I just want it to happen again. Ronaldo has absolutely done us again, and what I was talking about with pace, oh god, oh no, oh thank god, Ruben? Man, Ruben. Who's Ruben? Bruno Fernandes. Can't quite make it happen. We gave away the ball in a great spot for them. One pass and they were through. We are struggling to play out today. I think that's the second time possibly that just as we're playing out of the box, we've just very simply, very easily just given the ball away. And that's not what you love to see. I'm usually all about telling you what you do love to see, and this time, no. Although you do love to see Ciao having a go. Not quite. I'm not going to say it was a clear-cut chance. It was at quite an angle. He was under pressure trying to fire it across De Gea there. Good connection, good effort, but not quite the goal we're after. We'll fire it in with Neto. Headed away quite easily there. But we do get the second ball and a second chance. Oh, a third chance. There it is. We've taken the lead. Who is it? It is that man again, starting the season off like he played all through last. We fired across the ball, deflected there by, I think that's Dallo. And luckily, it falls back onto the head of Raul Jimenez. No, it was a save by De Gea. But he couldn't do much with it. It was sort of fired into him. You can't really blame the keeper there too much. And then, just like, whose goal was it? Where it just sort of kindly fell back to his head. We conceded last year. Maybe it was Wilfred Zaha or something like that. I'm not sure. Very similar goal where the ball just pops right back onto his head. Very favourably, and we will absolutely take a 2-1 lead. Cannot complain with that. Oh, here we go again with Dendoncker. Oh, look, a better effort. I might need to, I don't know if I can switch him to a training thing where he gets better long shots, because if he's going to keep getting the spaces, I may as well have a hit. Or maybe I should swap out with that £80 million nest egg that I was talking about earlier. I should maybe make Dendoncker the backup defensive mid and move. Oh, another chance here. It's Ciao. Oh, straight at the keeper. Damn it. I'm really hoping for a Ciao goal. Yeah, with that nest egg, I might be able to maybe swap Matasiwa and some cash for someone as a new holding midfielder. Not that either of them were rubbish last year, just looking for someone else to score. And Ross Barkley might do that. He has. He's made it 3-1. We are 8 minutes away from halftime. We are up 3-1. Ross Barkley very much carrying on the form from last year. It was Raul Jimenez out wide, playing it into Ruben Neves in the middle, who could then fire a pass across to Ross Barkley. who had found some space in the box. Very fortunate to fire that one past De Gea, really. You'd expect him to probably be saving most of those. But we're not complaining one bit. We're up 3-1 and happy as Larry. Maybe I should be tucking into the beers this much every time. If it leads me to a 3-1 lead against last year's Premier League champions, can't be all bad, can it? I guess bad a quarter of the time is probably how the maths works there. Because it's been 3 times good and 1 times bad. Uh-oh. Oh, good block. We recovered that well. We did look a bit stretched for a period there, as Ronaldo chases down Ross Barkley there, which I don't hate, because it means that he's had to sprint a hell of a long distance, and the more tired we can get Ronaldo, the easier this second half will be. Although Dendoncker giving the ball away like that doesn't help us out much. Maybe a tired Ronaldo there? I mean, a fresher Ronaldo there may have just gone straight through. Well, maybe we'll be able to set up Sa here. He has! Not sure what happened to have a De Gea there. I think he saw his mate in the crowd, wanted to go say good day. Maybe someone offered him a cookie. I'm not sure. But he definitely wasn't goalkeeping at that point. We played the extra pass. Maybe he wasn't expecting it. Maybe he wasn't expecting Sa to sort of cut back onto his right foot so sharply. But really what it's done is left Ismaila Sarr with an open goal, and look, I'm not sure if De Gea is saving it, even if he wasn't in no man's land. But it gives Sarr his first goal for the club and us a 4-1 lead at half time. Madness. Absolute madness. Second half underway, and I don't know about you guys, but I hate the XG stat. But ours is actually 5, like 5.5 at this point, which I'm pretty mad about, because I think we've been better than that suggests. Although, it's 4-2. That was easy. That was quick. That was... Who was that on the right-hand side? Thorgan Hazard just sort of haphazardly winning the ball past Ait-Nouri, firing it into Ronaldo, who does a cheeky little back heel. I think it was a back heel. No, a little turned pass for Bruno Fernandes, running onto the ball at the edge of the area and absolutely lacing that one into the top corner. Nothing Sarr could do about that one. We're lucky the net even stopped the ball. But luckily that last goal just before half-time did give us an extra goal lead. Very much struggling defensively again, which is, I mean, nothing new, I guess. I guess we can probably expect to struggle defensively against the Premier League champions and a side who also put 7 goals past us in 2 games last season. It is Thorgan Hazard still on the right here. He's having a good game. He's making Ait-Nouri look a bit average. And they've brought on Jadon Sancho at halftime, which just does feel a bit bizarre. And I mean, if that's what he's doing, that's probably why he isn't starting. Cutting his teammate off there and putting us away down the other end, basically. But we can't really make much of it. Other than, no, that's not what we meant. Oh! You're kidding. That would have been absolutely outstanding. I would have absolutely loved to have that be a goal for me. Now I can't remember what I was saying. That was so ridiculous. And they are attacking very well. Just very quick passing. Oh, defended well there with Semedo. But very quick passing, keeping the ball away from us. We're not able to do much. This time we kept them away, but it is a corner. Good against corners last season. Hopefully we can keep that up this. I mean, well, we've cleared that one easily. Oh, we'll look for Sarr. Maybe, I think Sarr's pace might be a bit of a weapon for us this year. I don't think I really... Oh, very brave that from David De Gea. And Ross Barkley's in again, misses. That is astonishing. We'll bring on Fernandes in his place. Bit of a debut here. Good through ball from Ronaldo. They are, as I said before, attacking. They are dominating us, except when they get out wide, which is very much the opposite of what last season was like. But we're pretty happy with how things are going when we're looking at 20 minutes left with a 2-goal lead. It's not going too poorly. Although that was poor. Oh, so was that. Wow. Alright, we've brought on Saleeba and Elise, as well as Fernandes, for to get our new signings acquainted, I guess. So we've got 4 of our 5 signings, and I mean the... Oh, that's bizarre. Oh, nearly... Wow. No. You are kidding me. That hasn't just happened. Have I just recorded that? It is recording. That is astonishing. Just tried to get around the outside with Sarr, fired across for for Jimenez, who was in behind, or seemingly in behind. Dalot recovered well, stuck a boot out to lay it back to De Gea, who tried to... Man, I'm out of words. No idea. That is, look, poor content, really. And that's all you can really say. Oh, and it's through to that time in the game. Ooh, not sure what that was. Where the other side, because they're trailing, like to really try and press forward. And we find lots of gaps in behind like this. What was that? I think Raul Jimenez has just stopped a goal. Alright, FIFA wasn't showing us a replay, so I'm having a look, and I think De Gea might be saving it. In fairness to Jimenez, we could have just had a corner. Man, there was almost that other calamitous zone goal earlier in the game. I'm not sure who it was. Might have been Dalot again, who just sort of lobbed it back to De Gea, and he had to header the ball off his line. I didn't expect that there'd be another chance of that, and another horrible own goal. We'll take it if it comes to us, sure. They've pushed, seemingly, Tellez forward. I'm not sure of all the wide backs in the world. Tellez is the one that I'd go, yeah, let's push him forward and put him at right wing. Oh, we tried to cut that back. I was actually hoping for Elise to be breaking through. But we've kept hold of the ball, and I thought Jimenez might be able to get on the end of that one. As I've said, I've now realized what I said about Tellez, and it's going to bite me in the back. Bite me in the neck? Bite me in the back? What is it? Bite me in the neck? I think that's the saying. It's going to bite me in the neck. He's going to be the one to make it 5-3, which, grand scheme of things, not too pissed about. Oh, I'm pissed about that, though. Could have put Jedson through. I'm going to call him Jedson, I think, because I just think that sounds better, maybe. And well defended, maybe? Yes, well defended by Cody. Ronaldo tried to pull out the very fancy flick there. McGeady spin, maybe? Alright, time winding down. We are going to push people up and lump it up the field after a bit of a breather, I reckon. Just a couple of minutes away now. Oh! Well, I thought we were going to win the ball there, so I was sort of summing it up as if we were about to play out and deal with that easily. But instead, United have made it 5-3. Their players are celebrating like they've just scored the winner instead of trying to pull the ball back and get another maybe. End of the day, it's a great finish from Jadon Sancho. No, can't take anything away from that. But we're just going to lump it forward. It's not a bad effort, actually, but that should really be that. I'm not sure they're going to get it too far past us halfway. And they won't get there. It's 5-3. We've won the FA Cup and the Community Shield. What a manager. We'll watch on here as Captain Connor Cody lifts the FA Community Shield. Not the biggest trophy in the world, not the most exciting, but another one to add to the cabinet and to the resume. Then quickly through the goals, it was Pedro Neto getting us started. Bit of just a lazy goal, really. I was sort of more thinking about what I was talking about rather than Pedro Neto breaking through midfield past Ndidi towards, looks like Dalot on Neves there. And Pedro Neto firing it past for 1-0. Didn't last long though. Ronaldo made it 1-1. A great turn there. A little bit of a Cruyff turn maybe. Past Connor Cody with his first touch, which was just unplayable really. And then the little, I don't even know what to call that, the little back heel into your own heel puts him well beyond Ross Barkley, and the finish gives Sarr no chance. As I said Sarr, I realise it's going to be difficult to differentiate between Sarr and Sarr, the goalkeeper and the winger. Anyway, Jimenez made it 2-1. Pedro Neto did well up against Tellez, fired it across. Perhaps fortunate save from David De Gea from the initial attempt. The ball then very kindly falling back to the head of Raul Jimenez, who made it 2-1. Ross Barkley made it 3-1. A great pass in from Ruben Neves, who is absolutely incredible nowadays. I think he's up to 87 overall and he's worth about £90 million. Perhaps not the hardest of passes that really makes him worth £90 million, but an assist in a big game, no less, and a great goal for Ross Barkley. Then, just before halftime, finally we get one after time should have expired, and maybe that's what David De Gea was thinking. He might have been thinking about halftime, and maybe he was running off to maybe get yelled at by Ralph Rangnick. Not sure he would have done much about that finish, but really he should have been somewhere in the postcode. Bruno Fernandes then pulled one back. It was fairly lucky there where it was won by Hazard, but from there, once he won the ball, it was all class. A good pass across to Ronaldo, who on the turn puts a good ball right into the path of Bruno Fernandes, who fires it past Jose Sa, who really didn't have much of a chance with any of their goals today, unlike De Gea. What can I really say about this goal? That is just the definition of this video game, I think. He's trying to get out and block maybe Jimenez getting his foot to the ball, but just can't. And unfortunately it's Dalot that gets credited with that own goal, poor fella. I suppose he should have done something else, maybe put it out for a corner. But anyway, as the clock was about to expire, Jadon Sancho again gave Jose Sa no chance. They were absolutely clinical when they did get the opportunities. This time, we thought we had won the ball as Fernandes fired it into possibly Ait-Nouri, maybe Saleeba on his debut. And it bounced back to to Jadon Sancho, who fired it past Jose Sa for 5-3. Anyway, thank you guys so very, very much for watching. Next time around, you'll see our first Champions League game of the group stage. We've got about 3 league games and maybe a League Cup game before then. You'll see the highlights of all of those before we get into the first fixture. I don't know who we're drawn against yet, as we've just played the Community Shield. As I advance through, I'll probably find out, but that will be what's in the next video, as well as any outgoings or incomings as the transfer window wraps up, which does have a month left, but unfortunately that isn't a month that you guys are going to see too much of. But that is, I guess, a bit of a warning to make sure you comment straight away as you see this what you think we should do. Anyone you think we should bring in. We've got plenty of money. If you're thinking we should go a bit ridiculous, tell me we should sign Donny van der Beek. Tell me we should sign Paul Pogba. I'm just thinking of United players. Again, please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you're new, if you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate that. There's also the social medias down in the description below. I really appreciate the support we've been getting on those. And until next time, when we go again and pull out our passports as we step into Europe, peace.